Hey, what is going on YouTube? In today's video, I'm going to quickly cover 3 labs that you could get for free on YouTube from other content creators. And first off, we're going to start off with none other than CyberWalks. This playlist or this lab consists of 10 parts equaling about 2 hours worth of videos and tutorials provided by CyberWalks. One of the reasons why that I like this one the most is because of how user friendly it is, or beginner friendly. I say that because of the components that are here listed in the topology or the project scope. He defines that here in this video in under 6 minutes. So especially for those that are just getting into the field, into the industry, these are some things that you're definitely going to want to be familiar with. So you have your Splunk, you have Security Onion. Security Onion is open source, free, and you can get a lot of security experience there, whereas Splunk has a free limited license, but you could still get some experience with Splunk, which is widely used in the industry. pfSense, which is a firewall. So you're going to be in this tutorial, he's going to configure pfSense. So you can set up a firewall for setting rules for inbound and outbound connections. And then you got the VMnet or the VMware up here, which is going to connect to the internet. I'm assuming this is the router and then this is the internet. And then over here on the right side, one of the big components that you will need to be familiar with, if not already, is going to be Active Directory and all the objects that are related to this. So in this case, the domain controller, setting up 2 computers or objects that are going to connect and authenticate with the domain controller. And then some optional vulnerable machines that he lists down here at the bottom. So the damn vulnerable web application, Ubuntu, CentOS, VulnHub, which could be a machine. So these are going to be vulnerable machines that you are going to use Kali to attack or to enumerate or get more information on. So this lab is definitely worth your time because you will learn a lot of the basics from configuring, installing all of this, and getting a better understanding of how it will all work. And in the end, as you can see down here, he has on the last part, or part 9, is where he will get into forwarding the Windows events to Splunk, so you could do some ingestion and reading these logs and getting a better understanding of what's going on in this environment when these attacks happen. So that's why I think that is very important for whether, even if you're a system administrator or if you're getting into cyber defense or even cyber offense. You're getting everything here. So I think this lab is definitely worth your time. This is 2 hours of content, which is for free. It's 2 years ago, but all of this is still relevant today. So I would definitely give that a look. The next lab that I want to talk about, that's kind of a spooky picture. Sorry, Grant. It's Grant Collins. I've seen his videos years ago, and I think at the very beginning I didn't see very many technical videos from him. But he does put out great content. It's very straight to the point. And one of the reasons why I like this lab, again, he goes over the topology. He goes very in depth, in detail on this. It's a crash course. He has it listed down here in the title and in the description. One of the reasons why I like this one the most, though, out of the many that are out there today, again, this is a technical tutorial, which is something that my channel goes after. I love to provide technical content for those so you could learn. And most times, or so far, all of it has been free. So which is why another reason why I want to kind of get out some different perspectives of other content creators that do the same thing. And this might be something that I'm going to continue doing going forward. So with that being said, Grant Collins comes out with this video. This was 3 months ago, so it is more relevant, I guess, or just newer than the previous. And the reason why I like this one is because it is all hosted in the cloud. Now, a lot of the different components within this lab is kind of similar to the one that we just talked about with CyberWalks. I say that because in the end, there's going to be some Splunk, the forwarder. He's going to be setting up the forwarder, so the logs are going to be sent to the Splunk. One thing that wasn't in the last one would be Nessus, which is a vulnerability scanner, so he could scan the environment for finding vulnerabilities, whether that be CVE or even maybe compliance findings, but I believe that would be on the paid version, so for CCE. But so in this video, cloud is a big thing. Obviously, nowadays we need to learn the cloud in order to stay relevant in the industry. So that is why I think this lab is important. He goes even into Terraform, which is a way to automate the process of provisioning these systems. So he goes ahead and does that, sets up Terraform, which is awesome. Goes over the AWS console, 2 different ways that you could go ahead and provision those systems. Terraform would be the more automated fashion, whereas going through the console UI, you're clicking and setting things in there. And then he goes over setting up the box, setting up the RDP. And again, all this is in the cloud. And that's why I think this lab is definitely worth your time. And the last lab that I want you guys to take a look at is going to be the SOC automation project, or the Security Operation Center automation project by MyDFIR, Digital Forensics Incident Response. This guy has been blowing up on YouTube. I feel like I'm not sure how long he's been around. I do not believe it's been too long. He's been putting out content quite a lot, and I seen him all over my feed. So I took a look at this lab that he put out, and I thought this was just wonderful. Again, this is a free lab. So if we look into the playlist, let's go into here.
Today's video is going to be
and look at his playlist. Well, maybe he doesn't have under a playlist, but we'll go to the videos. You can see that he already has 5 parts, and then he includes a bonus at the end, which is awesome. And then if you add all that up, I mean, this is over probably an hour, 2 hours worth of content. Right here is an hour just in part 5 alone. So this one is definitely worth your time, and some cool things that he goes through in this. Some things that he goes through in this is not in any of, or most of what he goes through in this is not in any of the other videos. One thing right here, which is cool, is Shuffle. These are all using different apps. So this is to set up a workflow. So he uses this to automate some tasks. So collect, enrich, detect, respond, and verify. So what he does, he goes in there, sets up a workflow that gets a response. Maybe this explains it. Let's let this play out. So Mimikatz alert sent to Shuffle. Shuffle is going to receive that alert, and then it's going to do something. So it's going to get a hash from that file. He's going to take that hash and send it to VirusTotal. For those that are not familiar with it, VirusTotal is a database that has hashes of all the files, or any file that may contain a virus or some kind of malware or something like that. So it's going to compare the hash that is found to the VirusTotal database, and then it's going to send it to the Hive to create an alert, and then it's going to alert the SOC team in order for them to begin their investigation, which is just awesome. This is just a great way. And then to take it a step further, he even introduces the I think it's this one right here. I think it was right there. So there's a portion in this video where he talks about, I don't want to waste your guys' time doing this. I think it's right here, yeah. So this website right here, SquareX. Again, check out this lab. You get all of this content. This is great content. But in this one right here, so for instance, if there's a file that's being emailed or whatever, and that's the event that they had received, this is a website that you could go to, and it's a disposable file viewer, so you could go in there and it will not harm your environment. It's all hosted in the cloud, so then you wouldn't be potentially downloading or installing any malware on your machine or in your environment. 100%, I would give this guy a look. Again, he's creating great technical content, which is something that I'm going after, and I just want to, if I could do it, they could do it, you could do it. That's kind of the perspective that I have as far as this goes. So I definitely give these 3 labs a check. I think going forward, I'm going to continue doing this because why not show love on others that are doing the same? I think especially those that are doing a great job at it, they deserve the recognition. I love going through these labs. Not only am I able to learn something new, but then I'm also able to take that something away and maybe provide content for you guys. So I definitely give these videos a look. And as always, drop a like, subscribe for more, and never stop learning.